Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to One Scott Selections here for Sunday, March 27th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up having a nice winner in the NBA with the Rockets -3.5 and -110 on BetMGM. I said in the video yesterday, Houston is not a good basketball team, but Portland right now isn't a real NBA team. And you could tell that there were definitely layers involved because for the second straight night, Houston beat them by double digits. 4.5, I believe, is where the line closed. Really didn't matter. It was tied at the half, and then Houston blitzed them after halftime, and we picked up a nice, easy winner. So look for another winner here on Sunday. And for the play, they're going to go to the NBA, looking at a matchup between the Hornets and the Nets, taking place at around 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play, they're going to take a player prop in this one, and I'm sure based on the actual scenario, you know exactly where I'm going with this. It's going to be Nets point guard Kyrie Irving, and we're going to take him over 26.5 points at -115 on BetMGM. Time recording of 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like the over here for Kyrie. First of all, we know that Kyrie has missed all the home games this season, but recently he's been absolutely fantastic offensively. Kyrie has scored at least 27 points in 7 of his last 10 games. We've seen Kyrie go for 30, 40, 50, and 60 over the last couple of weeks, so he's definitely capable of putting up a bunch of points. Plus, this is going to be the second time that Kyrie has faced Charlotte this season. The first time he faced them on the road, and he dropped a casual 50 points on 19 shot attempts, which is still one of the most efficient 50-point games of all time. The Hornets couldn't guard him, and I do think that Kyrie, once again, is a matchup nightmare for the Hornets backcourt to deal with. Plus, we already know the situation, but I'll give you some exact stats here. This will be Kyrie's first true home game at the Barclays Center since June 7th, otherwise known as Eastern Conference Semifinals Game 2 against Milwaukee. So he hasn't played in the actual Barclays Center in about, give or take, 9-10 months. So now I definitely think that he should be very motivated to put on a show for the hometown fans. Plus, we already know that Charlotte is awful defensively and plays at a very fast pace. Charlotte ranks 23rd in defensive efficiency. This team against any offense with a pulse is always, I'd say, at risk of allowing 130 points. And based on the total in this game, which is sitting at a casual 238.5, it definitely seems like a very good spot for the Nets to potentially score 125. And if they do, Kyrie should definitely be, I don't want to say force-fed in this game, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Nets go out of their way to get Kyrie some ridiculous shooting performance or scoring performance in front of the home crowd based on the emotions at play. But it also wouldn't surprise me if Kyrie just does what he normally does, which is, completely make life miserable for defensive backcourts. And we know that Rozier and LaMelo Ball are not exactly good defensively, so Kyrie should have a pretty solid matchup no matter what. Plus, you might be a bit concerned that the Nets played yesterday. They had to play Miami on the road. However, on the bright side, the Nets killed them. They were up about 30 after 3 quarters, and Kyrie and KD both did not have to play in the fourth quarter. So both of them should be, I don't want to say rested per se, but it wasn't a true back-to-back because they really just got to take the day off early since they were up 30 after 3 quarters. But either way, 26.5 for a guy that's been dropping 27 at will, and for a guy who should have all of the motivation to put in another massive performance here in front of the home crowd. 26.5, it's really just too low of a number. I think there's a good chance Kyrie could drop 35 or 40 in this game, but 26.5 seems too low to me. I'm going to take it. It's play there once again here for Sunday. March 27th is going to be on Kyrie Irving over 26.5 points at -115 on BetMGM. Bye, everyone.